Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and on this channel we work on building our spiritual confidence so we can listen to our intuition and read our tarot cards with ease. And today we are going to be talking about the heartbreak card. This is the Three of Swords. We are going to be looking at the deeper meaning of this card through the symbolism that is contained within it. So we are going to be looking at the numerology, the astrology, tarot timing, Kabbalah, the elements. We're going to look at colors. We're going to look at the meaning, although I must say this card's probably pretty straightforward compared to some of the others that I've been looking at in this symbolism series. But my hope is to give you a much deeper understanding of the Three of Swords so that you can connect with your deck at a much deeper level. Whether you're reading the Rider-Waite-Smith or you're reading a modern deck, because most modern decks are based on the Rider-Waite-Smith. So once you understand this deck, you can read any deck. So I do hope you'll stick with me. I'm going to spin the camera around and we're going to take a deeper dive into the Three of Swords. Let's have a look at the Three of Swords, the Lord of Sorrow. This is the heartbreak card of the tarot deck. It is probably the most tragic, apart from Ten of Swords, which is the all-over card, this one, which is, you know, the you've been totally betrayed card, or it's over, there's nothing more card. This is the card of really the card of romantic heartbreak, of broken hearts. And it's a card about creativity and communication. That's where the numerology sits, and what it's about is essentially the experiences that you have in your life and how they shape you, and how you creatively put yourself out there. And of course, in this particular instance, we're talking about the heartbreak in your life and how that shapes you moving forward. The Seraphot for the Kabbalah or the Tree of Life is Binah, or understanding. This is where all of the threes of the minor arcana sit. And the meaning of Binah is understanding, and it sits with feminine energy of intuitive understanding, contemplating, deep spiritual energy, deep knowing and understanding that is organically present. And in this case, we're looking at heartbreak and the impact of heartbreak, differently to grief that we see in the Five of Cups, this card here, Five of Cups. So different to the grief that we see in this card. This is a card about absolute heartbreak, where you are heart sore. So the astrology of this card is Saturn in Libra. Now, Saturn is a card that challenges us to face our fears and express our fears. So this is an expression of our greatest fear, which is to be heartbroken. Whether you lose someone, whether they leave you, whether they do something that disappoints you. Libra's influence on Saturn will cause you to look at both sides of a situation. If you're wondering where I'm reading from, it's from my Tarot Symbolism cheat sheet that I've got here. These are available in my Etsy shop if you would like them, and they're what I've put together to help me do these videos so that I can explain to you really holistically the symbolism. If you are feeling insecure, this may delay your decision making. Librans have a well-developed sense of fairness, and this can cause you to avoid taking risks for fear of making a mistake and hurting others. So this is a card of absolute, it's almost frozen grief. And I know for all of us, when we've had our heart broken, that's exactly how we feel. In a place of absolute despair where we don't know what to do. The Golden Dawn timing, as I said, Saturn in Libra, second decan. So if we have a look on the astrological wheel, we're still in Libra. And we're here in the second decan. And as I've explained in previous videos, these are all little 30-degree segments, giving a segment of each astrological sign just to help astrologers when they're doing their interpretations to have just different nuances in personality. So the dates would be October 3 to 12. And if you want a cheat sheet on the dates, it looks like that. And you can look here and see 3 of Swords sitting in Libra. Here you've got your dates, and you can see how all the cards. This is just a cheat sheet in a different form to show the placement on this wheel. If you're thinking about timing, again, Swords are autumn. They are air. Classical element air, which we've talked about, communication, thinking, speaking, and their traditional timing, of course, is autumn, which is just the traditional timing that everyone likes to use. Let's have a look at the other 3s, just to put them in perspective. So we've got 3 of Swords. We start off with 3 of Wands. So this is a card about looking out and contemplating where you've been and looking at where you're going. So you've got conscious and unconscious aspects of everything that you've achieved, and you're there looking out at everything that you've done. And if we think about it in terms of creativity and communication, this is about how you've put yourself out in the world. Then we've got Cups, celebration, a celebration between 3 people about the way whatever it is that you're doing in the world has worked out. And of course, there's no better way to communicate than raising your goblet to the sky. And then we've got the classic communication card, 3 of Pentacles, which is it takes an army. You can't do things on your own. You need to go and seek advice. You need help, not just from an expert, but perhaps from the people around you. 3, the Empress, the greatest card of feminine energy and creativity. And I have done a video on all of these. The Hanged Man, taking time out to clear your thoughts, clear your thinking, and of course, look for your greatest creative ideas. And the World, of course, the culmination of everything that you've done. So card 3, card 12, 1 plus 2, we reduce to 3, and the World, 21, 2 plus 1 makes 3. So the World, this culmination of what you've been doing out there in the world. So that is the 3 of Swords. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the symbolism on the actual card. And again, I don't memorize all of this because it's too hard. Some bits stick, some bits don't. They're on my cheat sheets, and these are available in my Etsy shop. So make sure that you check the description box to see the links to those, and also to my newsletter list, where you will get an invite to my free members community, which has lots of free goodies in there to help you learn the tarot. So this card is essentially red and grey. So the red symbol of the heart is passion, classic symbol of the heart for decades. We've got clouds and a grey background. Again, clouds and grey sky generally represent confusion, and the lines representing rain is all demonstrating the heartbreak of the card. The clouds are almost crying in confusion in this card. the heart, of course, is joy, affection, truth, courage, our conscience. And our heart is symbolic of our center, where all our deepest values, fears, hopes, dreams, desires, wishes, and our deepest emotions come from. And of course, the swords pierce through the heart, demonstrating the heartbreak of this card. So that's your Three of Swords. So I will see you in the next video where we will talk about the Four of Swords. I am loving going through these cards. We are going to go all the way through, right through to the King of Pentacles. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell. Take care. Bye-bye.